All right, today is Friday, April 23rd. It is 5 o'clock. Work is done. And it's time to take a look around to see what we have growing inside. How are the seedlings doing? And generally think about my to-do list for the weekend. So we'll start over here. Let's see what's growing. Let's see. Okay. So here we have a bunch of little guys that are going to take a while. And some of them are doing pretty well. These are just going to be nurtured inside for a while. They're not destined for the garden soon. I've got lavender, sage, rosemary, thyme. Looks like I have a failed lettuce plant. That's fine. These things they don't love being individually in these pots. I've got another one, little gem lettuce. So what I need to do is take this outside harvest, harden it off, and get it into some place where it can grow. And then the rest of these are all of my tomatoes. They're just gonna sit and wait for it to be, time to plant them out. I need a little bit more airflow around them so that their stems stay nice and strong. But otherwise they're doing pretty good. This is my shade garden mix, which I separated out, and everything's doing well. These are going to be flowers. And I'll plant these out, and I'll also scatter the shade flower seed mix maybe in the woods or someplace where I'm going to have a shade garden. These aren't ready either to go out, but after last frost, they should be good. Still need to go through and use a plant identifier to identify these. I have the seed packet. I know what they're supposed to be. I just have to sort of identify each one so I can figure out how big are they going to get and what pattern should I put them in the garden. And then here I have a number of things that I'm excited about. These ground cherries, all of them look great. Last week I was a little worried I would lose some of them, but I've got 6 ground cherries. Can you believe it? Last year I wasn't able to get any to start, and now I have 6. That's amazing. Very happy. Oh wait, no, not just 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 ground cherries. Oh, that's delightful. Ground cherries are great. Oh, here's a pack of cosmos that look, I don't know. They look floppy, but I don't know if that's because they're growing funny or maybe a cat stepped over here and smushed them. But I need to pull that out, I guess, and maybe I should pot these guys up a little bit better so they can grow big and strong, because those are going to be pretty double-click cosmos. So, and then the wild bergamot is also doing well. So yay, everything's good. This one cucumber plant is getting ambitious and putting off flowers and growing up here. It's not time to put you out yet, cucumber, so you have to hang on a little longer. Maybe started them a little too early, I guess. And then back there are all my eggplants, which are looking just great. They are very happy. For the most part, look like they're gonna be, they're gonna do real well. And they're gonna be in real good shape by the time I plant them out. Okay. Over here mostly are the rest of the tomatoes destined for my garden, and a couple of okra destined for my garden, and a couple of moonflowers destined for the back hot tub porch. Back there, they're already growing. Look, it's growing. So I need to get it back onto the hot tub so it can grow up its pole. But I'm gonna wait a little bit more. I don't want it to get, you know, caught by a late frost or something. But soon it's gonna have to go out or it'll crawl up my whole kitchen. What's going on over here? I don't have this facing toward me, so I'm not sure what these all are. I think they're mostly flower type. Oh, I know, and melons and things. So I think they're doing okay in their individual cells for now. I do probably need to go in and do some potting up of things, but that's time consuming and I have a lot on my plate. So it probably won't get prioritized for the weekend, but I'll add it generally. Look at this guy. That's cool. Wow. You are looking pretty. And also sending out, looks like flowers. And those are the German chamomile and the poppies. What's this one? Oh, there's a, that is labeled as an echinacea, but look, there's two different plants in here. This one looks like a tomato seed that just was late or something. They both look good, but only one can survive. Will it be pretty? These seedlings are doing great. I'm happy. I don't have as many seedlings inside anymore because I have a lot out on the deck that are hardening off. And I also took a couple of flats of seeds over to Sarah's last weekend to plant her garden out. So I just have plain old fewer overall, which is nice. These are all the peppers that I haven't yet done. I haven't yet topped. So they still have their natural crowns. And I'm just waiting for, I was waiting for them to get big enough. 1, 2, 3. Might still wait a little bit. Maybe next week I'll give them these guys a top. Down here are some of the peppers I did top last week, and you can see. So just you count up and make sure you've got basically 3 sets of leaves, and then just cut the rest off. And look at, already these guys are bushing out. They're sending out from their little armpits brand new branches. So they're gonna be bushier and sturdier and give me more fruit, be easier to take care of, and generally great. So these guys are also looking really good, and I'm excited for them to get out to the garden, but I also am happy for them to stay here for a while until it's very warm out, and they're gonna be real happy. Sometimes, no, okay. I have once or twice seen, these guys are now growing off new shoots because I topped them. That's great. But once or twice I saw them trying to make flowers, which isn't great for them because they're not, you know, they're not out. They need to be just focusing on growing strong right now. So I'll just take those flowers off. This, I think, is finally ready to separate. So absolutely on the to-do list is to separate. This is a multicolor coleus mix. And every week I would come and see, is it ready? And they would be so small. But now I think that at least some of them are big enough to really be able to be just separated into different cells and pots so that they can grow and add that beautiful color to the garden. Very excited for you guys. All right, now newish to my kitchen are a bunch of things that well, this is a nasturtium that I grew from seed, and it got real leggy down there in the light and the neglect space. I pulled these out, cut off the leaves that were not working, wrapped them all up, and just stuck them various places so that they could have a shot. Most of them look pretty good, like at least they're coming back. They're way leggier than I would normally like, but you know, life goes on, literally. And then I have, these are some things I bought at the nursery to make these kind of planters. I need to plant it for real. I'm just sort of figuring out what exactly I want it to look like. But these will go outside my front door. Particularly whenever the tulips start fading, I'll want some color, so I'll get those out soon. So definitely on the to-do list is to prep the planter. Oh, while we're at it, isn't that vase the coolest? I literally got that at Goodwill last week, but it's a real, it's a real find. And these are about the same types of things, just some things I got at the nursery to go in these big planters out on my front stoop. And then these are more of that nasturtium mess that I was talking about. These guys were practically goners last week. They seem to have pulled back nicely. They seem perky. I think they're gonna be good. So we're just letting them live. Here's another one. And another one. No, sorry, that's not another one. That's just a cucumber that I wrapped around itself a little so it wouldn't, I don't know. So it would just live inside for a little while longer. These guys are getting pretty big. I'm gonna need to do something with the cucumbers, like put them in a big pot with a little trellis or something. All right, another nasturtium. They're everywhere. And let's see, over here, another pepper that was not big enough to top. Will that grow a little bit more? Same thing here. And then some small guys that definitely aren't. Those are the little guys that my dad gave me that we saw last week, and they were just 2 little leaves. Now they're 4. And then I put this Persian basil here because it wasn't doing well before. I don't know what its issue is. Just all of a sudden got floppy. So to do, troubleshoot. Troubleshoot. Why are you doing that? Are you sad? Poor guy. He's got water. He's got good light. I don't know. So every once in a while something goes wrong, but a lot of the things are looking good. And then here again is this set of things that are mostly extra peppers and extra okra and not extra zinnias. Oh, those zinnias are looking good and got big. So what I think I'll do, I was last week talking about, oh, I need to take some of this stuff out so these zinnias can grow, but I might need to do the opposite and take the zinnias, you know, get them out of here and get them in pots where they can really grow big and strong and look good for the summer. Oh, yeah, they're all so cute. All right, and then in here, we've got okay. These are all peppers I topped with the new growth forming. It's great. And then some basil. Which I actually should top some of this basil too. It's getting pretty big. And then down here is my extras shelf. So one thing I do want to do soon is go through, label well, try to give this stuff away. Try to give it away. Okay. thing else in the house right now are some of these guys who are in quarantine a little bit. I just bought them at Home Depot. Trees and gladiolus bulbs. Some little flowers and things. Isn't that pretty? Bleeding heart. Another, I think that's a jade. A bunch of different, what are these called? Can't think of it. Why can't I think of it? Pansies. So some different pansies that I'll plant somewhere. And a coral bell that I don't know how exactly to take care of right, so I need to do some studying up on this. But it's a very pretty color. I'm excited for that. And that is everything that is inside the house right now. So yeah, pretty nice.